Beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family, and today we're previewing the Paris Saint-Germain versus OGC Nice game this Friday, 15th of September 2023, 21 p.m. French time. That's Central European time for everybody. Round of 5 at the Parc des Princes, and we'll be looking at both teams and the predictable lineups for both teams. Obviously, these are the timestamps for wherever you live for the Paris Saint-Germain game. If you live in Mumbai, it's 0:30. If you live in London, it's 8 p.m. If you live in Nairobi, it's 10 p.m. And if you live in Beijing, it's 3 a.m. You get the point. Let's get it. Paris Saint-Germain's obviously most recent game versus OGC Nice was a 2-0 victory away in Nice. And the two goal scorers were Lionel Messi and Sergio Ramos. And both of them are no longer members of the squad. So it really tells you it was a long time. It's a totally different Paris Saint-Germain squad. This OGC Nice side recently beat Strasbourg 2-0 at home coming into this game. And they're sitting at the moment 8th in the table. So, I mean, they are in better form so far this season than the two recent teams we faced in Arsenal and obviously Olympique de Lyonnais. So maybe this will be a greater test for Paris Saint-Germain. Obviously, absentees for this game: Melvin Bart, Maurice, and Mendy are all out for this game. Kefran Thuram is an uncertain doubt if he will be able to play this game or not. But he will not start the game. If he comes, he will be on the bench as a substitute for the second half. But he will definitely not start the game and maybe even doesn't travel with the Nice squad to Paris. And here's the lineup for OGC Nice. Obviously, ex-PSG goalkeeper Marcin Bolka in goal. Two centre-backs in Jean-Claire Todibo and Dante Inferno. Hatal and Perraud as the two fullbacks. Sanson, Ndaishmia, and Boudaoui as the three midfielders. And up top, you got Laborde, Mofi, and Diop. This is how their team will be set up. It will be a 4-3-3. Let's hope for that, even though Nadayashime can play as a centre-back. So it may turn into a 5 at the back with him dropping as a central centre-back. And Boudaoui and Sanson as the lone midfielders. Obviously, Diop can drop as well, and then you got the danger in Mofi and Laborde. Obviously, Hatal off that right hand side is always a danger. I mean, I remember when we played against him long time ago and he was cooking Bernal, like he was cooking. But obviously with Lucas Hernandez, I'm much more confident that he would not be cooking on that right side. But Tarek Mofi is the danger player from this Nice side. Obviously scored a lot of goals for both Lorient and Nice last season, and this season it's starting the season with Nice this time, so he will be a threat for our defenders to try to keep out. Paris Saint-Germain on the other side has climbed themselves up to second place, only behind the AS Monaco in the Ligue and Uber Eats table. And obviously our last game versus Lyon was a 4-1 thrashing at their own home stadium where we absolutely cooked them. Obviously we only cooked them for the first half, because in the second half obviously we still created some chances, but we were not converting them good enough. So it's an important game here yet again. Kimpembe and Marco Asensio are the two only injury-prone 100% out plays for Paris Saint-Germain. Nuno Mendes, Kang In-lee, and Noradin Mukiele are all back training with the Paris Saint-Germain squad. And this is the predicted lineup for Paris Saint-Germain in this game: Gianluigi Donnarumma in the goalkeeping spot, Danilo Pereira and Milan Skriniar as the two centre-backs. I don't see any South Americans starting this game, you know, because of the travel and the time zone difference and all of that. So they will be rested, or at least coming on in the second half. Hakimi and Lucas as the two fullbacks. Fabian Ruiz takes Manuel Ugarte's spot in the midfield alongside Warren Zaire-Emery and Vitor Ferreira. And up in attack is the first time we'll see it's the French trident. It's Kylian Mbappe, Randal Koulibaly, and Ousmane Dembele. What an attack. And this is the predicted lineup. Looks very tasty. Looks very beautiful. Obviously, Fabian should be doing his stuff against this Nice side. I love that defense. Maybe Danilo and Skriniar, I don't like to see them playing alongside each other because they're pretty much the same player, both very slow and unagile. So like the best thing would be like you drop maybe a Skriniar, Lucas moves into a center back, and Nuno Mendes starts the game. But I doubt that Nuno will start this game, but hopefully he comes on as a late sub in this game. My ones to watch obviously is the debutant Randal Koulibaly. I didn't watch the France game, but from what I've heard, he was not great in that game. So he will have a lot of pressure to prove himself in front of the Paris Saint-Germain fans in this next upcoming game. And managers coming into this, obviously Luis Enrique wants that first place in Ligue, but he also knows that there is a Dortmund game in just in a few days, so he will not go entirely all out. He just wants the victory, the 3 points, and obviously a good performance, especially from the rotating players in this game. Whilst the Nice manager will come into this game thinking that he actually can do something, because Nice so far this season, they haven't been the best, but they have been better, as I said, to our previous opponents so far in Ligue. So he will come into this game a bit confident of trying to do something. Obviously, he can still play a 5 at the back and park the bus and play coward football, but we'll have to wait and see. And my prediction for this game is a 3-0 victory to Paris Saint-Germain. I believe it will be a clean game from PSG, finally keeping a clean sheet. And I see Mbappe scoring, Colomani scoring, not Dembele, but I see the substitute Bradley Barcola coming on and scoring at the latter end of the game, as he should have done against Olympique de Lyonnais. Let me know your predictions in the comments down below for the game. That has been it for the Paris Saint-Germain versus OGC Nice preview. And as usual, allez, bye.